Yo, good morning, fishing friends. It is a beautiful spring morning here in Texas, and we are out this morning. First of all, we're filling the cooler up here. We're chasing some sand bass, got those all dialed in, got us a delicious little lunch going for later. And now we're going to move on and start chasing some greenfish. But the reason I got you guys on video here right now is I want to show you guys the new Antares 100B. I'm really hoping this is going to be the first video review of this to go up on YouTube. So we'll see if I get it done. Let me move a little further over here, center of frame. Um, these are only available in Japan right now. These are not going to be coming to the United States for a couple more weeks, maybe a month or so. I got this one on a super special promo deal. Um, First of all, it is phenomenal. I simply can't say enough good things about it. I am going to have a few gripes later, but for now, suffice to say, it is a flagship Shimano product. It is incredibly smooth. It's beautiful to look at. It palms well. It casts like a rocket. This does have the new reverse taper MGL 4 spool in it, and it is fast, you guys. It is right up there with the fastest Shimano reels that I have ever casted. I don't know if any of you guys have ever thrown a shallow Metanium, the Metanium SE, but it's extraordinarily fast. Also, this one is even faster. Casting performance is absolutely incredible. Uh, as always with the flagship Shimano stuff, you got the Infinity SVS braking system with the dial adjust on the outside here. This one is a 6-brake setup on the inside. Very, very controllable, very fine-tunable. I have hurled this thing into some pretty sick headwinds, and it handled it just fine. You can see it's empty right now, and it is empty because I took that to the absolute limit trying to get this thing to spool the other day, and I made it about close to getting it to spool, and then a wicked bad headwind got me right on the tail end of the cast, and she just exploded. Totally not the reel's fault. I was running this thing wide open with practically zero brake on it, and I was throwing like a 1 ounce swim bait, so I was really, really trying to launch it out there, so don't hold that against the reel. Yeah, again, casting performance is incredible. I think it's beautiful. As you can see, it's got this very sculpted new shape to it. Palms incredibly nice. This is a bigger reel than some of the previous Antares. I am a huge fan of the 19 Antares here, which is a 70 size. This is probably my favorite reel Shimano has ever built. It's right up there with the Calcutta Conquest Shallow that I run. For me, this is going to be a utility reel, right? This is going to be if you want to crank, you want to throw chatterbaits, you want to throw moving baits. You could drag bottom with it, of course. I prefer kind of short distance dragging bottom with kind of pitches and flips, so I generally drag bottom with a 70 size reel. That don't mean you couldn't do it with this. It's going to do all of that stuff. It'll skip docks, it'll, drag bottom, crank, whatever you guys want to do with it. I will say on the HG model, which again, this is a JDM model, I personally, for my own, preference, found the handle a little bit short for chatterbaits just because they're a very high drag bait. If you're going to deep crank with it, I would go to a longer handle probably. I'm not sure if the US models are going to have a longer handle on them, but if they do, that'll probably be addressed. Overall, casting on this, 9 out of 10. It casts like a rocket. Very controlled while it's casting. Absolutely kills it. Overall build quality, 9. It's phenomenal. The build quality is absolutely killer. The fit finish on it is beautiful. And I don't know if it'll come through in the video or not. We're in kind of ambient light out here. The sun's kind of right back here. But this has a kind of a different gunmetal, almost straw bronze color to it. It's not a super silver, but it is gorgeous. We'll say that. Braking performance, again, I'm going to give it an 8. I mean, it's a flagship Shimano reel. The brakes on it run just fine. Everything I have found with it, they do just fine. I've ran it everywhere from max brake, throwing big stuff, to almost BFS-ish stuff. You know, quarter-ounce stuff. It handled quarter-ounce cranks just fine with some 10-pound fluoro. Build quality, you know, it's an Antares. I expect it to last pretty much forever as long as you maintain it. I mean, don't go dipping it in the lake. It probably wouldn't take well to that, but no reel really would. Looks, she's sexy. She is good looking. I'm going to give her a 7.5 on the looks just because I know that the finish on it is going to scratch up if you're not super careful with it. That's my only remark on the finish. But other than that, she's gorgeous. It's like they sculpted this thing and just made it like, you know, just super melty. It kind of reminds me of that robot in Terminator 2, you know, the super bad guy. And so it's super smooth to palm, you know, but looks gorgeous. Cannot feel the slightest, absolute slightest gearing in it. This does have the micro module gears in it. It's incredibly smooth, both casting and retrieving. You know, I'm going to give it an 8 in smoothness. Again, flagship Shimano product, absolutely gorgeous. We love it. You know, I will get back to you guys with an overall rating. Once we get back to the, you know, the desk and I can add it all up. I'm just rolling off the cuff here. But here are my gripes, okay? The handle on it is a little bit short. We're going to swing back into the light here. We got a little bit of wind. The handle for me feels a little short. The body is not as small as it could be. I mean, she looks bigger than she feels, but it's very beautiful. It's gorgeous to look at. This is a 100 size spool versus the older 70 and then some of the other 100 size Antares products. So again, personal preference. I just like a smaller reel. The drag, you know, when it peels off, not clicky. The tension knob, not clicky. Again, these are just super nerd things that I really like to have on a reel of this price point. Does it affect the function of the reel? Absolutely not. The drag on this is incredibly smooth. It peels off super nice. There's no hint of any of that kind of stuff. I've probably caught 25, 30 fish on this reel. So I've got a pretty good feel for that. Overall, I mean, if you guys want a utility reel, this is the 7-gear version. It also comes in an 8-gear. I generally always go for 7 just because I feel like 8 is too fast for a lot of stuff. But if you guys want the newest, baddest, top of the line, this is it. It's incredible. Now, I will say, if you guys are upgrading from a Corrado to a Antares, you will feel just whoa, like blown away. However, if you're already fishing something like a Steez SVTW, or, you know, a little older Antares here, like a 19, you're already going to be on that level of smoothness, you know, that super premium product and incredible casting. So you're not going to see like just mind-blowing differences in performance. However, I do think this is probably the best 3/8 to 1 ounce Antares Shimano has ever made. So if you guys are looking for that super bougie, mega sweet, just butter, you're enthusiast guys, if you want the baddest of the bad from Shimano, get yourself one of these. These will be coming to the U.S. market in the next few weeks, month again. Lake Pro Tackle will have them. You know, my homies over there, they always take good care of me. And so if you guys want to pick one of these up, I highly suggest you checking out Lake Pro Tackle. They will get you set up when they come in. This has been the Tackle Weeb. I'm going to get back to slaying some lunch out here. I need to get a few more sand bass in the cooler before the sun gets all the way up. and then get them bad boys back to the house for a little lunch. So you guys take it easy. We will see you again later on here at the Tackle Weeb channel for more gear reviews. Catch you around the pond.